Wade Wilson has had a lot of women call him while he was in Lee County Jail, but the one we heard the most so far is Kiosk Kristen. This is not bullying. If I could find something good that Kiosk Karen has done on the internet, we would post it. Kiosk Karen is a meth head with multiple methamphetamine charges. She has also worked at Pizza Hut and crashed her car while smoking meth and delivering pizzas. This is all allegedly.
New age plug, you did it again. Kiosk Kristen might be looking at some time, allegedly. So when she first came on the scene in this Wade Wilson story, she went out of her way to hit Wade Wilson up on the kiosk. And she only did it because she's already been using that system. And she was hitting him up. She probably was attracted to him. The murders had just happened. So think about how wicked this is. So let's get into the things that she said so far on these calls. One of the things that she said and repeatedly keeps saying is calling Mila Mrs. Botox and saying this and that, making fun of her looks, and she's been trashing the victims. Christine Milton, she was calling her ugly. It's ridiculous, bro. This is the first thing, like, people should have been off of the wagon. There should never been an interview with her, because how can you do that to somebody that just lost their lives? Because you got to remember, this is 2019. This just happened. Then you got her kids that's been involved with this in 2019 all the way into 2024. So back then, you see and you can hear on these calls that she was sending pictures to Wade Wilson, and it was of her kids. So she'd been had her kids involved with Wade. There's no telling, he might have even been on the phone with her. That might be what Jumpsuit's alluding to on that TikTok video that we're gonna be playing in a little bit. Now, the last thing is she's been bringing in drugs for Wade Wilson, allegedly, because again, she hasn't been charged with anything, but on these calls you can hear that hey, you're gonna be feeling good in 10 minutes. Hey, we all heard it. So it gets to the point where, how did she not get caught, but Bonnie Wiggins got put up the road for the same situation? And we haven't even heard the Bonnie Wiggins calls yet, so I don't even know what type of time her and Wade was on yet. So we're gonna be getting into that. I'm sure that's gonna be coming very soon.
That's all I can really say. Just keeping promises to other people. Okay. I don't know. It might be one, it might be two, but it's gonna at least be one. If it's just one, it'll probably be Tuesday. If it's two, it'll be Monday and Tuesday. But as far as people, so the bad calls, one, you'll probably never hear it, and if you do, it's going to be way down the line, because now it's part of an investigation. This is what I've been told. Mm-hmm. And so allegedly it's part of a criminal investigation. The other two, there's three. So one, that's part of that. Two, out of those two, one you'll never hear, because it's confirmed it's with a minor. The other,
okay, that's probably the one with her daughter or son.
The one out of that, you might hear it. There's still some confirmation being done on technically if someone was a minor or an adult. But
okay, thank you to the Reddit for making this more organized and putting all the kiosks and the Wade's wives all together right here. Appreciate it. Also, Jumpsuit and phone calls from prison is like Kobe and Shaq. Now, my whole POV of what I just heard from Jumpsuit Pablo is Kiosk Kristen is definitely under investigation. Now, I'm not putting no words in his mouth or nothing like that. I'm just going off of what I heard and what I think, and this is my opinion. It sounds like she just kept rambling. Like, more. Okay, first of all, from when the first call happened with Wade, with Kiosk Kristen, to the last one we just heard, you could see how comfortable she's getting to the point where she's bringing in narcotics for the dude, allegedly. And I gotta keep saying allegedly. Koral from Koral and Dexter has been in the middle of this Wade universe since the calls have dropped by getting Mila and Steve on her channel. Now, a lot of people said that Koral at the beginning was Team Wade, and she has been posting Teen Wade stuff on her TikTok without giving commentary or like a perspective, so people would automatically assume, oh man, she's Teen Wade. But that could just be repost from TikTok. Could be no malicious intent, but at the same time, she's giving him exposure. But when it came to Joey, she did like a rain dance, right? And listen, I'm not trying to make fun of her, but it's just funny seeing somebody do like a rain dance and then getting Joey on for an interview.
Give me a J. J, you got your J, you got your J. Give me an O. O, you got your O, you got your O. Give me an E. E, you got your E, you got your E. Give me a Y. Y, you got your Y, you got your Y. What does that spell? Joey! Joey, Joseph. Joe. Where are you, bro? Are you alive? Like, I mean, we're looking for you. I just want to know that you're breathing because we haven't seen you, haven't been around. We all want to see if you's alive. Anyways, Jojo, I just hope you're doing well and hope you're not still in the kiosk with Mr. Waitress.
Now, they said that Wade Wilson is eating the best that he has ever ate since he's been locked up in the past 5 years. They are putting out info saying this is going to make everybody mad. So they said he picked up warm foods like burritos, a pizza calzone, burgers, along with his favorite coffee, chicken, and fish packs. He said it's the best he's eaten in 5 years. This is why that he wanted to get expedited to death row, because everybody that has been in the streets and when the OGs come home, they will tell you, they'll even, I'm sure death row too, they'll tell you prison is better than jail most of the times. And that's just being in the prison genre, hearing different prison interviews. People say that all the time. And it looks like Breezy and Alexis, they both knew each other. So Wade was playing both of them, and they both got a tattoo of Wade on them, which is kind of weird that they both were just sharing Wade on the outside and being okay with it. YouTube Streets Podcast, make sure you guys hit the like button. Now, DBS, do you think Kiosk Kristen is under an investigation?
Yeah, I can't think anybody else unless it's that other girl that was doing other things with Wade. Was the Bonnie? Could be Bonnie too. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's incriminated themselves on the calls with Wade, everybody that he's spoken to. But I think Kristen is screwed the most, man. I think that she got really comfortable when she was going back and forth with him on I got you better than the last one kind of situation. Just did a video call reaction to the last call that prison phone calls from prisons did. She incriminated the shit out of herself. So did Wade. And doesn't seem like this is the first time she's ever been involved with any kind of illegal activities when it comes to, dealing with men in prison. She's definitely on the wagon and trying to get the money for the bag, So
Now, DBS, do you think Kiosk Kristen is a meth head now seeing all these meth charges?
well, yeah, from some of the calls that I heard, you could tell. I heard different things around TikTok. I heard different things around YouTube. But yeah, that just proves the whole point of everybody that's been saying that she's in the streets, man. She's not fucking around.
Now, Koral from Koral and Dexter did a rain dance to try to get Joey on her show. Do you think they knew each other, or what is your whole opinion on Koral from Koral and Dexter?
Say that one more time. You said Koral from Koral and Dexter did the rain dance for who?
For Joey, Wade Wilson's gay lover, do you think that they knew each other, or why do you think she did that rain dance?
She's cashed in. Yeah, no, she's out there shaking her tail feather, man, looking like she's geeked up. Maybe she hit a pipe or hit a bump or something. She's definitely she's fiending for some kind of clout, man. She's crunching those numbers, man, and the numbers is looking like they're dwindling. So she's got to find something new. You know what I mean? So Joey would be the next best thing. She was in there clacking her nails. She was clacking her nails. Yeah, like a goddamn velociraptor. She's got a little bit of everything in her, man. She's got some Grinch that stole Christmas. She got some velociraptor in her. She's wild. I think it's just advertisement to bring people in. I think she's neutral. She doesn't really give a fuck either way. I think she's just trying to get as many views and followers as possible. You know what I mean? So she's up there doing rain dances and shaking her tail feather. It says a lot, brother. It says a lot.
You've been to jail and prison. From what I heard, jail is worse than prison for living conditions. I've always heard prison is better.
Absolutely. The conditions in jail are made that way so you will cop out quicker, man. It's all part of the game. What they do is they need the numbers, they need the convictions, and they know that you're gonna hear stories of how good it is. The time slows down, but it's consistent. Get into programs, you get better food. Everybody knows about the stories about going upstate, no matter where you are. So they know that if when they make those harsh conditions in prison, um, I mean in jail, and then the next best thing would be prison. So it's quicker for you to cop out.
Now, Wade is getting a whole bunch of commissary goodies now: burgers, pizza, calzones, a lot of hot food. Is this normal? Have you ever heard anything like this?
Yeah, no, that's pretty hardcore. I don't know how that's able to take place, but for whatever reason, I guess they sell those items on commissary. Um, I was under the assumption that he wasn't going to be able to get anything but hygiene and certain things, legal materials, pens, pads, stuff like that. But I guess they make them as comfortable as possible. Um, so I guess he's chilling, man. He's getting the protein. He's getting all the stuff that he needs. He's gonna get a jolt of energy. He's gonna feel better. The food is gonna keep him in a stance of living. Um, it'll keep his spirits up. Food always is a comfort, especially when it's hot. So if he's able to get hot plates and good bowls, man, he's chilling like a fucking fat cat.
So we found out that Alexis and Breezy knew each other. How can all these women like one man and be okay with it? And what I mean by that is they're sharing one guy.
I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. I've seen a lot of poly relationships work. You know, wives and girlfriends living in the same homes and stuff like that. It all depends on the mindset of all the women and what their end goal is, what's their agenda, and if they're willing to make this work by any means necessary, they'll find their pecking order. It's just like jail. I know it sounds crazy to compare the two, but um, they'll fall in line, they'll fall in place, and people when they want something bad enough, they will sacrifice.
If anybody dresses like this for Halloween this year, are you going to beat them up?
No, not at all.
You're going to let them
Um,
live?
yeah, man. I don't think I'm gonna see anything like this
This is
unless it's
mental
like
health.
some.
This
No,
is
this
mental
is
health.
no. You should call some sort of mental health unit or crisis unit maybe to come and see if somebody needs some help. Because if somebody's dressing up like this for Halloween, one, you got a lot of issues because it would be only be for the females. You know what I mean? Like I don't see it for anything else because this dude is entertaining as a box of rocks. To be honest with you, so I don't know.
Whoever on the Reddit screenshotted it hearted it too. So,
Of
hey, and
course.
one more thing. I know we're all over the place on this video, guys. Bear with me. We got a phone call coming now. I know that we're going back and forth a lot, but this is kind of like a recap video. But look, Kiosk Kristen is on probation till October 23rd, 2029.
Hmm. Well, I'm pretty sure somehow they're gonna have an investigation going. They're gonna be doing what they're doing, and once they find out, you know, they're gonna go back. This is not, it's about 7 years for um, you to be not charged with a crime. Statute of limitations is usually 5 to 7 and 3 to 5 on a misdemeanor. So a felony, depending on what kind of felony it is, you got about 7 years. But when it comes to sexual assault, if I'm not mistaken, I think there is no statute of limitation on that. So
Yep,
they'll
you're
take as
right.
long, they'll take as long as they need, um, and they will make sure that they have concrete evidence. And when they do book her, uh, she's going to be chilling just like Wade, man, was in prison. I mean, in jail. She might go to prison for that. And, women don't really like that stuff. You know what I mean? Um, there's some righteous women out there. Throw some hot oil on a woman's face and do some other things. So, she might get what's coming to her. And she's super annoying. So I know a lot of them women in the prison, she's not going to last long. Especially after all the phone calls is released. It's over.
Obviously, there'll be somebody in prison that's seen this jumpsuit and Kiosk Kristen stuff, and that is instantly not going to like her because how she talked about victims and how she
Mm-hmm.
was dealing with her children and all this stuff.
Yeah, no, yeah, there's a lot of women. Not for nothing, bro. I know this might sound crazy, but the women are a lot more violent than men. Um, they're vindictive. And when they do shit, they do shit to scar. You know what I mean? Forever. Um, I've heard stories. I had a therapist that worked in Bedford Correctional Facility when I was in Harlem Valley juvenile detention, DFY. And she used to tell us stories, man. The same situation I just gave you about what could possibly happen to her. I actually heard a story about a girl that happened to. She was the most. This girl came in. She had something. She trafficking drugs or some wild craziness, but she was gorgeous. And some girls tried to press her, and she rejected them. And just because of that, they threw hot oil, like baby oil, and 190. They mix it up. They threw it on her face, and she'll never look the same ever again. Like she looked like her face turned into plastic.
That's the female version of Buck 50.
Yeah, that's how they give it up. They do it over there like that. And they're into sexual assaults too, man. There's a lot of sexual assaults in a women's prison. It's not talked about, but it goes down bad.
Please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you to the new members only that have been joining. We appreciate you. New music is coming. New diss songs are coming. New videos are coming. New reactions are coming. We appreciate everybody. You guys have a great day. Thank you. YouTube Streets Podcast. Kiosk Karen wanna do an interview. I had to give her 2 Zans in a carton of Paul Moss. That bitch look like Paul Wall. Plugs back now, bitch. Let's do a roll call.